Super excited today to bring you the review of the RB100 bag glove, but I have got one huge concern. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box. I'm Coach Simon, and here on Fit to Box I bring you all things boxing equipment. These gloves, the rival RB100, are the bag gloves version of the RS100s, which is the lace gloves that have been out for quite a while. And I am very, very familiar with those gloves. I've got a sparring partner that has had them for a long time. I know exactly how they have performed, and that gives me a great idea how these are going to perform. So let me just go straight on by showing you. As you can see, you've got that rival there at the rear of the fist. This is a super rich microfiber, which obviously rival like to use, and also it is a top level of microfiber PU that you can get. Very, very durable. At the rear there, you have got that slanted strap with the rubber badge at the back, and then we've got some innovation. As always, rival looking to innovate, and this is the Wrist Lock 3. The Wrist Lock 2, in my opinion, is the best Velcro strap system out there. I will come on to what I think about this one later on, but essentially you've got an extra bit of Velcro to give you more support when you're doing the gloves up. And again, I'll go on to exactly what I feel about that. As I bring this around the front there, you can see you've got a big, large mesh palm, and you've got these sort of support slanting down, as well as here you've got on the base of your forearm that sort of curvature on there as well. In there is D30, and rival have used D30 many times on lots of their different bag gloves and even on their head guards. And as you can see, as I'm pressing in there, you can see it's leaving sort of marks as I press into that putty-like material. Now, D30 is a shock absorption material, and they actually give you a little thing here which you can go onto the photo, and it tells you all about D30 and its protective benefits. I'll come on to again later on as to what I feel about that being in these gloves. So these gloves come in lots of different colours, and I'll put those colours up onto the screen for you. They also come in different sizes: small, medium, large and extra large, and I have gone on these ones, as it says there, bag glove large. Okay, so when it comes to the price, these are £224.99. So that is a high price for a microfiber glove, although, as I've said before, the microfiber that they use in this glove is top notch. As I open this up, you can see also the attention to detail that rival have gone to when it comes to the logos all over this glove, from on the front there to ergonomic true fist construction, which is there. You've got the RB100 bag glove and large, the size, and then as I bring it round, obviously you've got the rival at the back there, and you've got that really nicely done rubber badge at the rear. So let's have a closer look at these gloves. Knuckle. So the knuckle there, you have got multi-layered foam, and in there as well you have got 6mm of D30 in that knuckle. Okay, so this is a bag glove, never ever to be used as a sparring glove. This is a bag glove, and I cannot sort of overstate that. When you first get them, that is really, really stiff. Okay, and now I've done over 100 rounds in these, and I still think that these could do with even more breaking in. That's how stiff and durable these are. Russ Amber has even done a video to highlight the fact that these on day one are not the finished article, but that they do get softer and better as you sort of use them, and I definitely would agree with that. So as you can see there, when I do that, still that's a hard surface. That D30 does go harder. When you hit it, it goes really hard. When you press it, it is soft and putty-like, but when you hit it, it is hard as a rock. And then let's come on to the thumb. So you've got the thumb, a one-piece, super rich microfiber, of course. Then you've got the bat wing. Not too concerned about that bat wing in terms of the ability to thumb, because this is definitely a bag glove. As I bring that to the front there, they've got 1, 2, 3. Just try and angle that for you. They've got 3 large air holes on the inside of that thumb. Then we come on to that wrist, and you have got the slanted, angled signature wrist of Rival there. You've got the Velcro. This type of Velcro as well is the type of Velcro that doesn't sort of snag onto your clothing. So you can see that Velcro there. On the inside, you've got lovely logos on the inside. And then you can see from there the arrangement of this extra Velcro. So I'm going to open it up so you can see it from all angles and how it works. But essentially what you're doing is you're pulling that, and then you're bringing it across, and then you're doing the second Velcro across there as well. At the front of that wrist, you've got a really large section again, so it's all about trying to support that wrist in the best possible way for your bag work. Okay, on the face of the glove, you've got, see that large flat grip bar, and that really does provide an excellent thing to grip in the glove when you've got your fist in there and you grip onto that and you can really feel it. You've got that mesh there. Of course, that can get grubby over time. So you've got to be careful, try and keep these as clean as possible, because the rest of the glove will pretty much last forever, but that mesh could become dirty. So look after these gloves. Stitching, really well made, these gloves. As I bring that round, you can see very good when it comes to the craftsmanship on these gloves. Really nice, as you would expect with Rival, and as you would expect for the price of these at £224.99. The lining is a soft, foamy lining. As I bring that round there, soft. And you've got them logos on there as well. So make sure that you air these gloves out after use, just to make sure that they dry out. But yeah, very soft, very foamy. That is also not baggy on the inside. Okay, so these are going to go into my bag glove section on my website, fit2boxchannel.com. As I slide my fist in, now you have to make sure, firstly, you have to make sure that that is open, that Velcro is open. You slide your fist in, you then grab hold of that tab and pull it, and then you can feel on the inside, it's a bit subtle, it's not massive, but a subtle sort of pulling of the glove together, and then bringing the other side across as well, and then you've got in that position there. And I find that is great, especially if you've got no hand wraps on. And you could use these without hand wraps. I have tried them without hand wraps and with hand wraps. With hand wraps, definitely harder to put these on because of getting your hand inside, especially that second glove. So we open up the second glove like so, slide the hand in, that's tight, and then once you're in, you grab hold of that tab there, you pull, and then push it down flat like there, and then pull this one and pull that across as well. Okay, so that is a really innovative way to do their Velcro. Okay, it's a little bit more fiddly than say the Wrist Lock 2, which I think, as I say, is the best system that not only Rival have come up with, but any company out there when it comes to Velcros. So as you can see there, I've got them on. You've got a good fist position, thumbs are tucked in, and also, as I've said, that grip bar, you literally are gripping onto that grip bar. Even though I've used these for a lot of rounds, still quite hard to open up. I'm not that bothered because it is purely a bag glove. Okay, so not a sparring glove at all, purely a bag glove, and that is really important. Let me get up onto the screen the Fit2Box scorecard Okay, so I have gone style 95, very, very stylish gloves. Comfort 93. They're quite a stiff glove at first, they get better, but they still, after many, many rounds, are very stiff. Durability 97. Unquestionably, these gloves will last a hell of a long time. Bag 89, that's a low score, and I will come on to that in a moment. Value for money 93, £224.99. That is an expensive price for a glove like this. When it comes to that bag work then, this is what I'm sort of feeling, is when you're using them, some bag gloves, you're using them and you really feel part of the process, you're getting great feedback, you're hitting the bags, you're feeling the crack on the bags, really does feel great. With these, it does feel a little bit unconnected, a little bit blunt, a little bit soulless. Okay, so you're not getting that feedback that you would get on, say, a normal leather pair of boxing gloves. So that's the reason why I haven't scored them that high when it comes to the bag score, just because, although I do think that they've gone for the innovation with the wrist, they've tried to innovate, obviously, by incorporating the D30 technology. The D30 technology in there is a bit hard, and for these gloves, I do think that you can feel it on the inside, on your knuckles after a good few rounds, whether you've got hand wraps on or not. Again, that hardness in the knuckle can start to hurt the knuckles a little bit, and that's why I have gone for that score on the bag of 89. So these have come out at 93.4. That is a good pair of gloves, okay? So these are not getting a Fit to Box star for me. Also, let me come to that main concern. Now, in the past, whenever Rival have done D30 gloves, they've always looked different. By that, when I say that, I mean that coaches will be able to tell from glancing across the ring, from glancing across the gym, that those gloves are not to be used in sparring. So say, for example, the RB100. Also, the Guerrero IntelliShock, where they've got the lump of D30 right on the knuckle. You can tell that those are purely bag gloves. Now, my problem with these is, look at those. Those look like they could be sparring gloves. Now, my big problem with these is in a gym, somebody's wearing these, they're hitting the bag, a coach calls them up, come on, you need to spar. Is that person going to change their gloves, or are they going to spar in these? If they spar in these, that is like hitting your opponent with rocks. Okay? I don't think there'll be many coaches that will be able to recognise that that has got D30 in it. So for me, these are a dangerous glove when it comes to people using them for sparring. Now, Rival will say, We say it's a bag glove, it's even got bag glove on there, but it's not going to get picked up because that looks for all the world like a normal training glove. So for me, I think you run the risk of somebody using these in sparring and somebody getting seriously hurt because they are getting hit with that D30 that is in the knuckle area. I really do love innovation. I think Rival is fantastic when it comes to their bag gloves and fantastic when it comes to innovation. I really do. But I've got a massive concern that these sort of gloves, the RB100, is going to be used by some intentionally, some by accident, in sparring. And that is really wrong to me, because the bottom line is, in that knuckle, you have got a substance that when you do an impact, it gets harder, and that cannot be used in a boxing ring on a human head, on human flesh. It would be really, really wrong. Literally, it is like hitting somebody with a rock with these. So I would have liked, like with their other gloves, for that D30 to have been made, the trainers to be made aware that these are definitely that type of glove. How it's designed, it looks like a training glove. It's not a training glove. It is definitely a bag glove. So for me, there is a potential danger with people putting these on. You may even get those people that think, right, I'm going to get a pair of them to hurt my sparring partner, which would be totally wrong. But let me tell you, I know there is people out there that will think, actually, that's a great idea. It's a terrible idea. And that's why I really would have liked Rival to have been a little bit more sort of sensible, a little bit more precautious when it comes to the design of these gloves in terms of what they look like. They look like a training glove. They look like a sparring glove. They are definitely not a sparring glove. They are a bag glove. Also, when it comes to the price, £224.99 is a big price for these gloves. I would say, and I've scored them, you can see my scores on my website, but the RB100, I would say, is a better glove than these. And they're about 150 English pounds. The RB100, of course, they have got a bag version, but you can use their sparring version to spar. So what I would say is these are £75 more than the RB100, and I rate the RB100 higher than these. So I'll put on the screen my Fit to Box report card, and that shows you obviously the things I like, also tells you about the features of these gloves and also things that I would improve. In terms of the wrist strap system, I really love the Wrist Lock 2. I think it's a brilliant system. This one, it's a bit more fiddly. It's a lot more fiddly if you've got wraps on. A couple of the guys that was here that I got using them, I had to help them on with the gloves. They got them off a little bit easier than they thought they were going to, but again, because of that double Velcro, and every time you've got a double Velcro, it is more fiddly. Not with the first glove, because you can always get the first glove right, but the second glove, it's always more fiddly with the second glove with two Velcros on each glove. So, as you can see from that, I'm fairly disappointed in these gloves from my initial excitement about these gloves. I thought they were going to be fantastic. I spent £224.99 thinking these were going to be the next big thing, and actually, I'm just a little bit disappointed. One, on that D30 in the knuckle area, which means that people could use these for sparring. I think that's really bad. And also, I think these gloves would have been better with the Wrist Lock 2 system rather than what they've tried to do here with the Wrist Lock 3 system. So I'll give all praise in the world to Rival for trying. I just don't think that these gloves have hit the mark in the way that I was hoping that they would. When it comes to durability, these will last and last. So if you are looking for durability in your gloves, then these will last so long it will be unreal. I always say to my mate who's got his RS100 sparring gloves, I always say to him that if there was a nuclear bomb, the only thing that would be left would be his gloves. They are that durable. He's used them thousands and thousands of rounds of sparring. They look brand new. And so if that's something you really want, the durability size, then definitely these gloves will do that, will tick that box for you. If you're wanting to spend £224.99 and never have to buy another pair of gloves, you pretty much will have that with these. But as I say, overall, it's left me disappointed. They're a good pair of gloves, 93.4, but no fit to box stars for these gloves. I think Rival have got better bag gloves for less money in their range. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box, and I shall speak to you soon.